that altitude. Watch what I do, watch what I do. They gonna watch what I do. Man, don't be out on just making these moves. Watch what I do, watch what I do. They gonna watch what I do. Man, don't be out on just making these moves. It's that automatic, boy, we charge up, got that static, yeah. It's that automatic, boy, we charge up, got that static, yeah. Watch what I do, watch what I do. They gonna watch what I do. That's what we shoot for the wall.
Must TD must Julus must tart.
Yo la voy a invitar al baile. Cuando llegue ella va a gozar. Esa niña está de mí enamorada y conmigo se queda en La Habana. Ay, tú no sabes nada en lo que tengo yo. Lo que hicimos aquella noche le gustó. Ay, tú no sabes nada que luego me buscó. Ella se enganchó y repitió. Y luego besó. Esa niña está de mí enamorada. Quiere viajar para La Habana. Dice que no quiere rumba nada más. Que me busque este fin de semana. Yo la voy a invitar al baile. Cuando llegue ella va a gozar. Esa niña está de mí enamorada. Y conmigo se queda en La Habana. Y conmigo se queda en La Habana. Y conmigo se queda en La Habana. Con Daniel Sky.
We're live, by the way. I was super impressed with it. I was like, damn, this is cool. And then it spits out the images for it, too. And if I don't like it, I'm like, nah, redo it. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, that's great. Fuck these kids. Gonna kill them all. Good evening, people. Good evening. How are? Hope you guys are having a good day. Shaggy's gonna be a little late tonight. So I am going to try to slow play a little bit of this. She doesn't know how late she's going to be. She may not even make it. If she doesn't make it, then I definitely have to change some things up because she has a component of what's going on tonight. Hi, D3. And then we have some other pieces and parts that I have to tackle, obviously. I do not have the right page open here. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that they took away the ability to control click and open up new windows in Roll20, though. That kind of frustrates me, like, honestly.
Updates, man, updates. Gotta love updates.
I like them. I would just like them if they didn't take away functionality that existed inside of the browser.
That's what I'm saying. Updates usually do stupid shit.
I don't even see anything that tells me that it like blocks them either.
No.
Updates are defiant toddlers? Yeah, no, you're not wrong about that.
Hey, B.
Huh.
Up, and this could just be on mine. I don't know, but up at the top, there's a star, and then there's a little person, and it says person 1 not signed in. Then it's got other profiles, guest, and then add. Is that maybe what you're looking for?
Where do you see the star?
It's up at the top on the right-hand side.
I don't have a star.
Are you in Chrome or are you in...
Is that the one you're talking about?
I'm in Chrome. What's he talking about?
On the
I was asking
URL
if it was
bar.
in the URL bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the star there is that it's a bookmark.
Or an option to bookmark. I don't have the person icon on mine. What browser are you using?
Chrome.
I'm an Edge. Similar but different.
Yeah, I don't have that either, but I have the other pieces, so there's that. All right. Look at Norgy. Look at Norgy. Look at Norgy. Oop, I went to the wrong thing. I'm not even paying attention to what's happening tonight. I want this one. I was like, I don't even know which one of these I'm touching. All right. Oh, I turned off Smog's camera, or he did, one or the other. Why are you guys not in the fucking right place? I forgot to move you guys. Move to slot 4. Move to slot 1. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm not overgrown, Norgy. I'm 5'1". That is definitely not grown. It's like Smog telling me he's a full-grown ass adult at 5'9". I got poops bigger than that.
No, no.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Is here.
Our Inigo joined us?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
What's going on, Inigo?
Good evening. So, I'm just tired after the moving. Yeah, are you all done moving to like the 9th floor or whatever it is without an elevator? Because apparently in Foreigner Land you don't have elevators or something. The 3rd floor. I was close. 9th floor, 3rd floor, whatever. It's fucking same place.
I had to do that recently. It sucked.
Move to the 3rd floor?
Move someone else to the 3rd floor with no elevator.
Yeah, fuck those guys. There's not enough pizza for that shit. You have an attitude tonight? Like it's just tonight that I have an attitude.
Right.
Apparently it's just tonight.
Yeah, no,
It's a constant.
it is a constant.
All right. So last time in season 6, as the sun dipped below the horizon, our adventurers found themselves embroiled in a flurry of activity, their paths intersecting with fate and fortune in unexpected ways. Fainala, honoring her debt to Ruckus, paid him the owed gold, while the other cheap fuckers didn't, setting their accounts straight. Meanwhile, Azurix sought answers about the Sky Rift event, only be directed towards an enigmatic bairn once more. What just happened?
Ow.
I don't know. Their journey to collect tickets for the tournament had led to an unexpected encounter, a daring pickpocket attempt by a mischievous halfling. Swift action by Ruckus pursuing the thief, his sense of justice driving him forward. Despite their efforts to teach the young culprit a lesson, the party ultimately allowed him to slip away, their focus returning to the task at hand. With the note in hand, the party made their way to the odds and glaze market. When there, they met Eberk, a familiar face to Magnus from his past, coming to buy the healing token kits. Amidst the small commotion, Eberk generously provided the tickets, relieving the party of his debt. I put their debt, that should be his debt, and setting the stage for an upcoming tournament. Yet their journey was far from over, as they encountered Pip, the halfling thief, a mysterious woman named Alondra. A chance encounter with members of the Coalition shed light on their new quest, revealing the true nature of the map and the key to unlocking the secrets. Jonas, a member of the Coalition, bestowed upon the party a valuable gift that would help them do such a thing, a book that would guide them in deciphering the celestial script on the map. It's technically not a book, it's more like a...
Journal?
think more like paper, like a scroll. As they settled in for the night, Ruckus devoted himself to the task, poring over the map with newfound purpose. But as they prepared for the challenges ahead, debts remained unpaid and secrets lingered in the shadows, threatening to unravel the bonds that held them together. With each passing moment, their journey grew more and more perilous. Their destinies entwined and the mysteries that lay ahead. As they faced the trials yet to come, they knew only together could they hope to emerge victorious against the darkness that threatened and engulfed them. Well, people. So as I recall, all of you cool peoples were in the room except for Azurix, who said, fuck this, I don't sleep in buildings. I'm going outside. He said, I'm going downtown. Right? He said, I don't want any of that. So you guys are waking up the next day. As you wake up the next day, Cookie's wondering, what did I learn? What did Ruckus learn? Well, what Ruckus learned is that sometime while he was sleeping, someone sent him mail and it's lying on him.
Oh. He's gonna open it.
All right. Ruckus is going to open said mail. He said, damn, I need my glasses.
Oh shit, real talk, I do. Hold on. Forgot about those things. They're dirty as fuck.
He said, I can't see shit. Magnus is wiping the sleep from his eyes, and he notices that Ruckus is reading a letter that he doesn't know where Ruckus got. And Azurix is still outside, and he doesn't have a clue what the fuck's going on.
All I know is it's in there in the crazy world that
He
people
said, I
like
don't
to
live in
hang out
houses.
in.
Fuck your house. Also, as a side piece to the background on what we did last time, we also acquired those tickets, and then, now we have 4 tickets to the Skyrift tournament, and I believe, if I recall, we were 4 days out from the Skyrift tournament. Someone please correct me if that is incorrect, Cookie.
Nope.
4 days is what I thought. I gotta get my notebook out here. Look at Cookie is reading this fucking thing forwards and backwards right now.
It's important. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Ruckus is going to close and tuck it inside his.
You heard it here first, people. Ruckus is tucking.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like, what did I say? It was like 8'10" or 7'11", something like that. Fucking crazy. He's deaf.
I don't know what's going on with your mic. Why does it cut out on me?
It cuts out on me too, B.
Wait for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, he's got to open the window or turn off his air conditioner, one or the other. Or both.
I don't feel like fixing my mic settings right now, so I'll just turn down the AC so that it shouldn't peak as high and cut me off.
Oh, is that what it was? I was
I'm
close.
assuming it's the only thing that's changed in the last couple weeks.
I was close. All right, so Ruckus is taking the note that Magnus and Fainala saw him reading and doing what with it now?
Tucking it in his journal.
He put it into his book.
This one right here. Right, I got a leather-bound journal. What of it?
Okay.
Sorry, you made me read a lot and fucking I take notes.
If you want the information on that in text, I can send it to you.
That's okay. I got that part. On reading the note and stowing it away, Ruckus is gonna get it from his bed and head out into tavern for some breakfast.
Smog's turning his camera off so he can eat fucking wings. You should just eat them on stream so we can see you turn into a 2-year-old and get it all over your face. All right, so really quickly, let me go back. I'm putting you back in the door for a minute because it's important for reasons. All right. So Ruckus is going to walk out the door?
Yes.
Okay. As you walk out the door, go ahead and stop. You see a man standing at the doorway. You lock eyes, he nods his head, and he dips out the door. Let me see if this works properly.
How well do I recognize him?
Oh, you recognize him well enough to know. Okay, so let me be more clear. I said a man. It is a halfling. It is a young halfling. And he looks a little something like this. Let me make sure I have him set up for you guys so it doesn't 404. Should be good. Let me know.
I have too many tabs. Is it load? 404.
Refresh. It might have hit too soon. He's definitely public now.
I'm still 404.
Hold,
I'm
please.
still 404. Well,
Oops. Apparently, when I clicked on that, I clicked on the one next to him and took him from. I took him from fucking private to public. Yeah, you should see him now.
yeah.
Tobin Underfoot.
That's correct. As a reminder, you guys don't know his name, right?
His stubble looks so out of place.
His what?
His stubble.
It looks funny, huh?
Yeah.
Because it's like a little kid with a beard. It's kind of like you.
Hey, I can't grow a beard. I've tried, really. It's terrible. Up with me with a mustache. Says, hey, I just met you, but get in the fucking van.
That's so funny. I needed to get a new pen. Because the other one, the little clicker was broken. You broke it
Looks
in
like
my
the dude
toy.
from Critical
All right.
Role.
I'm sorry?
Looks like the dude from Critical Role with big ears.
Oh, yeah, kind of, huh? That's interesting. That was not the intent, but yeah, I see it. Okay. All right. So I guess I'm gonna end up playing Shaggy until she gets here. Hopefully she'll get here.
I say, yeah, unless you specified someone else, then it's on you.
I'm just gonna stick her at you guys at the usual table. Magnus is responsible for himself, and Smog is feeding his face hole. So I don't know. He'll move when he moves.
I'm still paying attention. I'm just eating.
Thoughts on the halfling darting out the door after you made eye contact and he nodded?
Pretty standard at this point.
He said, yeah, it's pretty much what I've come to fucking expect.
I mean, did the rest of the party see anything there?
So you were the first one through the door. So I would say that the likelihood that they saw anything is probably just your ass walking through the door, because it's not like they could slide past your giant ass walking out the door.
God, truthfully, makes me want to not tell them anything, but it could be hilarious. But no, as we all sit down, I'll let them know that I think the coalition sent me a message this morning. Not anything threatening or cryptic or helpful. Oddly personal.
That's good night, laddie. Who has the flapjacks around in this joint?
Wabbit's like, how do I get
money
to
pay
eat?
for them?
What are we perceiving?
That was the how well do I recognize him question.
How well do you recognize Tobin?
Yeah.
If he walked through the door right now, you'd recognize him like a long-lost high school friend. It was very clear that you saw him. He was making sure that you saw him. He was nodding to you, telling you that he delivered the message and now his job is done and he's leaving.
No, that was before you sent the article over, so I was trying to figure out if I had any familiarity to him, but then you sent the article, so then it answered who it was already.
Yeah.
Now,
So the idea
just
behind it was he was being very abundantly clear who the message came from and
yeah.
where the message came from. To you. It
Yes.
just so happened you were the first one through the door, so it works out even better. Know what I'm saying?
Almost
Oh, no
saying.
shit.
Okay.
Okay, so Cookie, just so I'm clear, you said that out loud that the coalition sent you?
That's correct.
Yes.
That was in character.
I'm gonna. What the hell's coalition?
You don't remember the coalition?
Are you talking the people that sent us that talked to us about the map?
Yeah, last night we met him. Cobblestone
Okay.
Coalition.
Cobblestone Coalition. Okay,
Alondra, Jonas, all those fucks.
got it.
I mean, all those upstanding citizens.
Okay. Azurix has got. Hey, is that your last question, Azurix, or are your chicken wings
that's-
still stuck in your throat?
Chicken wings are still stuck in my throat. You're just mad because you ain't eating chicken wings right now, sir.
Yeah, I'm more of a McNugget guy. What do they call it? The adult chicken McNuggets, boneless wings. That's me. All right, so Wabbit wants to eat, has no questions about the letter. Is that correct, Magnus?
That's correct.
Magnus is like, not my fucking monkey, not my circuit.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, dude. I'm not in the right frame to be doing this tonight. I'm trying my best, though.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Azurix
Just
has
doesn't
asked
wanna
his.
draw my attention.
I'm sorry?
I said Magnus just doesn't want to draw my attention. He knows he still owes me 15 gold.
Damn. All right. Well, I don't have to pay for Shaggy, right? She paid?
Yeah, no, her and Azurix did settle up.
Okay.
I don't know if Azurix paid me for last night. I noted that last week.
I don't know. That's between you and your traveling companion.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. Azurix paid in advance. Faye's the one who still owes.
Yep.
It's okay. I've got a tally going.
He
She
said,
can pay whenever.
I'm keeping track. These motherfuckers owe me money.
We'll get back into combat eventually. There will be gold to distribute.
There will be gold to distribute. I want this one.
1 for you, 2 for me. Why you get 2? Because you haven't paid me yet.
1 for you, 1 for me. 2 for you, 1, 2 for me.
Is Tina in the back where you have her position?
She is
or
in the
she
back.
front?
It is kind of busy. There are obviously more people here than usual. Not like there's a million people here, but there are more people here than usual. The place
Because
is
of the
kind of
event.
popping a little bit just because of the tournament and then the celestial event. So you're getting a little bit more of that. Smog, what are we perceiving?
I am checking around to see if there's any shady-looking characters in the room.
Besides the one at our table.
Say,
Besides the ones at our
just
table? So I guess my question then becomes, what are we considering shady-looking people?
Anybody that's like really eyeballing us, anybody that is like the one day we had the shifty guy sitting there watching back and forth. Anybody that is drawing my attention to make me want to see why they're
I would say that everybody here is kind of...
looking at the big green thing. I know.
Yeah, so like... there are not a lot of Dragonborn folks around here. So like, you know... that's like if you've got a t-shirt that says, like, I've got big boobs and you've got big boobs and it's cut really low. People are going to look at your boobs, right?
Uh-huh.
So, like, the thing is like, everybody notices you guys sitting together. But I don't think that I would construe anyone as looking at you and plotting your demise, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, any shiftiness, any,
You know, I think there's you know, a few groups in here. There's 8 distinct people that are in here. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hover sucks one. Come on. Yeah, there are 8 distinct named individuals in here, and then a group of just other stuff. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But nothing outside of the ordinary. All right. So let me get to roll 20. There we go.
That being said, would you say the ambient volume in the room is loud enough that if I whisper, it'd be hard for anyone else to hear?
I would say that the ambient volume in this room is if you whisper, nor the people at your table may not hear you.
All right, well, I'm going to whisper to them anyways.
Because it's breakfast time. Everyone is, like, all the tables are kind of full. Does that make sense?
Well, then let's put it this way. I'm going to
Cautiously communicate.
inside voice as a half-orc would be capable of.
He said, I'm going to be very cautious about what I'm about to say.
I'll look around and everyone says, like, now, before I rested last night, I took that map and that scroll and I tried to make some sense of it. Not sure I made a whole lot of sense of it, but got something out of it. And at that point, I'll pull out my journal and carefully show everyone the
And that
page
journal
of it.
should be a scroll down for you right now to the map, which is the second entry on your world anvil. I will show it again if you guys want so that you have it, but it is that second image, that second entry below the map. That is the journal that he's showing you. Let me switch back over to it here real quick.
Now you all can see the suffering that I went through.
It's really good work, Ruckus.
Yep, right there. And
Now,
so
does any of it make sense enough to give us a direction to go?
there we go.
No, I frankly can't say it does. The best thing I know right now is that last line. It's still not in plain. I still haven't figured out every letter of the language, but I'm confident to say that it says to seek the hidden wisdom. Bunch of cryptic bullshit, if you ask me.
How hard is it to just say, go here and kill something?
I've made my life off of that. I thought it would be pretty easy.
Gotta be a wizard that created this.
This piece of paper might not have been that helpful yet, but the letter I received this morning strongly suggests that the tournament is where we need to be.
Perfect. Direction with some action.
I want to check my notes and see if I noted the time on that, because I know you were asking about that before.
Bother, thank you for the resub, sir. 43 months of bad decisions. Forever and ever.
43 months of shit tier content.
That's
Newfound.
right.
4 days. Okay.
All right, what were you doing? 4 days? So this is,
Yeah.
we're down to 72 hours then.
Yep. So like I was saying, back in character. That being said, we've got 3 days till the tournament starts. And
Just
considerable
so we're
distance
clear,
to
it will not
travel.
be 3 more weeks. Does that make sense? I won't make you wait 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll start moving and traveling and doing the things that we need to do next week.
And my own accounts here and what everyone else is saying, we've got a considerable distance to cover. I think our best bet is to start looking for a caravan headed that way. Try to grab a ride instead of hike that ourselves.
Caravans are always looking for security.
If nothing else, we do it for the dwarf's sake. I don't think his short legs are going to carry him that far.
Damn.
No, you're not gonna carry me, Snaggletooth.
I sure as hell am not. Plus, we want to add to the dead.
That's hilarious. That cracked
God
me
only
up.
knows what Faye'll get in trouble with on the way there.
Everything. Answer is everything.
All right. Tina's going to come out. She's going to see you guys. She's going to come over and she's going to apologize. She says she's sorry. Things are out of control. It's kind of hectic in here. It's really loud. Everything's going crazy. She's sorry that she didn't get to your table before. She wants to know if you guys want to eat. It is they only have buckwheat pancakes. That's the only thing on the menu this morning. There was some problems with some of the shipping components, and they didn't get there in time, so that's all she's got. That and black coffee.
One of each.
Huh?
One of each.
One of each? They come together.
Pancakes
5
and
gold.
coffee. Oh, perfect. Good.
Or 5 silver, I mean. Not 5 gold.
Even better.
5 silver. In fact, I think I've been ripping you guys off because everything in here is supposedly 5 silver, and I think I've been telling you 5 gold.
Have indeed. I went through a whole lot of gold, by the way.
Yeah. So do this
saying.
for whatever your gold stores were. Take 10% of where it started and wind up back there. Does that make sense? For the stuff that you bought in here when you subtracted those from them, because at 5 gold, it's 100 silver pieces is a gold. So what I'm saying is you should definitely have more money than you actually have, Smog.
Okay.
So essentially, you should be adding back 4 gold for every skill purchased.
Yeah, essentially, that's what I'm saying, yeah. So you guys...
So for me, that would be 12.
Yeah, and Smog's is going to be in
Hey.
the 30 range because he bought 10. So you went from... You gave her 50 gold last time, and it should have been 5 gold, Smog.
Gotcha. So I should still have 45 gold left.
Ish, yep. And then I don't know where Shaggy's at. She'll have to catch up on hers if you guys will help me remember.
Yeah.
The room was gold, but the food was not.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't put back that gold that I paid Ruckus.
All right, so well now you can pay Ruckus.
But not for last night.
Oh no, you slept outside last night. All right, so everybody's gonna get coffee and donuts, right? Here we go. We're out of here. Okay.
Coffee and donuts.
So she's gone.
Damn. She's out.
It sucks because there's a piece here that I can't do without Shaggy being here. All right. So no more discussion about the book. That's it. There's nothing else. I kind of thought you guys would have far more discussion about that, but I guess not.
You know, I would love to have discussion about the book, but, and this is out of character, as I said, the wizard must have wrote it because barbarians like, this is useless.
Then I showed him, B. I showed him.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked that there's not even a little bit of a conversation about any of the shit that's on here. I kind of figured that you guys would talk. Now, to be fair, I thought Shaggy would be here, right? And I know she's, you know, she's inquisitive and her character is a little more aloof, right? Let me text her and make sure she's doing okay.
I want chocolate milk.
Chucky milk.
Chocolate milk and whiskey.
What if I just gave you chocolate milk? I can't give you whiskey, honey.
I want chocolate milk.
She's a bit busy with house stuff. It isn't even that. It's something else. I gotta sneeze. Give me a second.
Zoom tape.
I can feel it coming too. All right. Well, there we go. It went away. Whatever happened. Okay. Tyana brings back out the chocolate milk. She gives you guys your food. She checks to see if you guys need anything else. Hey, good morning. She checks to see if you guys need anything else. And just waiting to see.
Ask if kind of knows of any caravans heading to the tournament.
She confirms that there are caravans. They leave midday every day from the... hang on, let me make sure I give you the right building before my head splits open here and I'm like, oh shit, no. Yep. Okay. So there is a caravan that leaves every day from Temple to Lona, and it leaves at noon. Temple to Lona is on the opposite side of town, and you can get there by just weaving your way through the streets and coming out on the far side.
I'll thank her and let her know that we're gonna be heading out to the tournament, but hold the room. I'll pay the nightly fees when I get back.
Okay. You want her to hold on to the room, is what you said? Okay.
But also set up go 1 week. We'll go 7 days. And if I'm not back, rent it out. I'll pay her whatever when we come back.
Okay. So you want her to hold the room for you for a week.
Now here, Azurix is going to talk again. Let me get this straight. You give away gold for a room that you're not sleeping in, where you could be sleeping outside. I do. With me, free. Am I getting this right? You're giving gold away for a room that we aren't in while we're traveling and sleeping outside.
Yes.
Perfect.
So that there is a room when we come back.
Got an idea. While I'm sleeping outside, you can give me some gold, and I'll hold the outside for you.
Jesus Christ.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works, he said. You don't get that action. No, thank you.
You insiders make no sense to me. There's a perfectly good outside, free of charge, no gold necessary. Heck, sometimes it pays you.
Comforts. Listen, my life is not an easy one. The one thing I can enjoy at the end of the day, the good bed.
Yeah, I'm with Cookie on this one though. Like
With Ruckus.
I'm with you on this. I no way. I was telling Smog earlier. I said, you know, it's funny because like this whole thing, the way this whole thing's going down, like while you're talking to her, my character would like sneak off and try to steal shit out of the cash register. Cause that was how I played my rogue, right? I was like, hey, look, free money. Right? But the thing is like my character was very much one of those, yep, I like to have a room. So I am totally on Ruckus's wavelength here. Cookie has got this like where I'm at. I want to sleep at a spot where I have a bed. Even if I have to sneak into a room that I didn't pay for.
Okay, my next character, I'll make sure it likes the interior.
No. I like the fact that you like the interior because the fact of the matter is that the only time you'll probably be in something is when you're in cities. So it gives you an opportunity to be able to be the
Odd man out.
the expert or the subject matter expert in that case of staying outdoors when you're outdoors.
Right.
Then magically conditioned air, you are not wrong.
And here I am turning off my AC so that it wouldn't affect my audio. Aren't I nice?
You are.
All right. Tina goes away. You guys make sure you subtract the 5 silver pieces from yo stuff. Wabbit said he'll be right back. He's pooping.
Playing chess with the Pope.
He totally is. Yeah, I kind of thought you guys would have more talks on this. I don't think Shaggy's going to make it tonight, though, so that kind of fucks a lot of this up for me right now.
Oh.
He said she was supposed to have another seizure.
She was. And I also figured that she would be very interested in knowing what you found out about the map and would have more questions about the map because that's her character's nature, right? Is like...
Right.
Very inquisitive, very, oh, look, I found a shiny. So but she just told me they're headed back to where they just came from. There was a problem, so they're going back up to take care of that. So that's not going to happen. So what do you guys want to do here?
Do you want to see if she wants me to play her character?
The problem is that I need her to be her. I need
Gotcha.
her to be what I know. Tonight's thing was totally. So here's the deal. Tonight's thing was about pivoting out of Ruckus not having any involvement, spinning Ruckus in to try to pull in more of what's going on from the Celestial side with Magnus and with Fainala, because as we start to progress down these other sides, because remember, up to this point, you've kind of taken the lead on all the combat situations. So there's been this piece where you've done your piece, and now we're swinging this pendulum back the other direction.
Gotcha.
That's all right, though. We'll balance. I just need to know what you guys want to do at this point, because at this point, there's not a lot of conversation happening, and the food's been consumed.
Yeah, I think I think Ruckus hit the nail on the head. Probably time to go see if there's a caravan traveling and see if they want paid for us to join them, or if they want security where they could pay me.
I think I fucked up.
I would
just
agree
now.
on that. My intent would be to go find out about the caravan and availability on it.
Okay. Give me a second, because I think I fucked up.
Uh-oh.
Well, what I'm trying to figure out is did I create the character with the wrong name?
Did you get a 404 issue?
No. I don't have an owner of the temple. I don't have a priest at the temple. For some
Sounds
reason.
impotent.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of, impotent. But oddly enough, I have a character by almost the exact same name at the inn, at the tavern. But I don't think it's the same person. I could be wrong. Nope, it is definitely not him. All right, well, I can swing it. Let's do this. Oops, I was already on that page. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a different name. Oops, nope. I clicked on the wrong thing.
Getting on the wrong things for years.
Okay. So we're going to get there, and you guys are going to want to look for Don Nimblefingers.
Don Nimblefingers, huh?
Another fucking Don. I don't trust him.
He said I already don't fucking like him.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Oh, you said Don, not Tauntaun.
That's right.
Got it.
No tauntauns. All right. So
There are bonbons. Are there any bonbons?
are there any bonbons?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Would have gone for a snack.
Okay. So we are headed to the church, yes?
Yes, we
All
are
right.
headed to the church, please.
All right. So as you guys exit the Slow Clamp Tavern and get back out onto the streets and head towards the district where the church is at, you recognize that, it's The temple ward is obviously a nicer area, but to get there, you're going to go through some different areas. So as you're walking through the city, you see all kinds of different pieces and different parts associated with the city. You see old ship hulls that are kind of just pulled apart along the way through the area where there is a lot of work happening. So you see ships essentially being taken apart and reutilized for all different things. You walk past the blacksmith, you go past the alchemist, the jeweler, the enchanter, the general store, and then as you get closer and closer to it, you see that there's a bunch of different pieces with a bunch of like armed soldiers throughout the streets. You see people running. You see that the streets are getting more and more flush with people. What used to be an easy and simple ability to be able to get through something now is more of a salmon swimming upstream type of thing. If you are not going with the flow of people, you are kind of having to work your way through it. Now, the nice thing about this is that you have two really large individuals, one of them a friggin' giant horn toad walking down the street, right? And so you kind of move through there pretty easily, but it's tough. And you can see that there's more and more people coming in, and that it seems like every day there's more ships coming in with more people. The streets are getting louder. You can hear all kinds of different things going on. You can hear people talking about, hey, my wallet's missing.
Do I see Pip any? Oh, wait.
In the distance, you hear? Thanks,
Do I see? Right? I was going to
What
say,
you
do I
see is
Pip anywhere?
you see, think like people moving, but you can't see why they're moving.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? Think
Yep.
like a shark under the water. You can see the water kind of cave and coalesce over top of it, but you can't tell kind of what's going on because you can't see down there. But you see people moving all over the place, all of the things.
All I can imagine is what Cookie just said. Thanks, mister.
Walk with my hands in my pockets.
Right?
Okay. As you get kind of stinking nargles always causing a mess, I blame Luna. Yeah, that would definitely cover that too. As you get to the church, you are kind of seeing a building that is, let me make sure I have this marked correctly so I can give it to you. There we go. I'll share it, then I'll read it, okay? So the Temple Talana is nestled in the Temple Ward of Riverleaf. It's an embodiment of reverence and solemnity. Jesus. It stands as a stark contrast in the lively streets outside, where fallen leaves rustle underfoot and the latest news echoes from the town crier. The temple's dedicated to the deity of poison and disease. Gee, that's interesting. And presents a unique blend of foreboding and sanctity. Constructed from concrete, the temple is a single-story building with a white shingled roof. The exterior is adorned with vines that crawl up the walls on the roof. Created a natural tapestry that softens the building's otherwise imposing presence. This former barracks retains its hint of martial past, evidence of the collection of arms and armor that now mark a past of its religious iconography. Upon entering, visitors are greeted by a gentle chime of a small bell that hangs over the door. Inside, the temple opens into a space that is both austere and beautiful. Expertly crafted columns support the structure, standing as silent sentinels around the central worship area. The interior is a reflection of Talana's dual nature. It's a place of quiet contemplation and somber prayer. Yet the symbols and artifacts within speak to the goddess's more unsettling aspects. Intricately designed altars and reliquaries are adorned with motifs of serpents and vials, representing both the healing and harmful powers of potions and poisons. The atmosphere at the Temple of Talana is one of hushed reverence. Its congregation comprised of both faithful worshippers and those seeking Talana's favor moves throughout the temple with a sense of purpose and respect. Rituals and ceremonies are conducted within the air in solemnity, honoring the deity in all her complexity. Outside the temple, where you guys are, it's harmonious part of the temple ward. It stands out in its unique history and purpose. It's a place where the past of the barracks blends seamlessly with its present role, serving as a reminder of the ever-present balance between creation and destruction, healing and harm, life and decay. The Temple of Talana is more than a place of worship. It's a monument of the dichotomies of existence, of the mysteries of the ways of the deity. Okay, as you're walking up, Jesus, there are like sirens all over the place here. You are looking for Don Don. You see a guy, and he is ushering people about, talking about making sure that that people have to be careful because the dire rats are going to get them when they get in here. Make sure that they pay attention. They don't want to be attacked by dire rats, and that he's ushering people around and trying to get everything situated and move people along. He's talking about the pieces and parts, and he's sending off caravans right and left. I'm trying to find where there's where I need to be. Okay.
You're trying to find what?
This. You should see him now. Or soon. Soon. Maybe. Maybe.
Just loading.
There it goes.
Trying. You want to. There it is.
Okay. So he's a male halfling. Kind of carries himself with an air of eccentricity and a touch of paranoia, right? He's a little off the beaten path.
It's Luna Lovegood's father.
It kind of is.
Before he went insane.
Okay. So what are we doing?
Seeing him usher around people and point people towards the caravans, I'll walk up and ask.
As you start to walk up towards him and ask something, you hear, "Oh no! Thanks, mister!" And you see Pip scamper off.
Don't even look back to see him. I don't even react. I don't give him the satisfaction.
Starting to change colors there, Snaggletooth. You get a little red on your forehead.
You all encouraged this last night.
Okay.
Give a mouse a cracker, he'll ask for another.
So you walk up to Don Don. He turns around and he sees you. And he's startled. He like jumps because he didn't expect you to be there. Not to mention you're a fucking giant and he's a halfling.
Yeah.
And you hear, and he says, "Ho, ho, 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 ho. You gave me a heart attack."
Still standing, it couldn't have been a bad one.
Oh, I thought you were a dire rat. A big one, but still a dire rat.
A very
Worse
big one.
things out there than dire rats.
Hey, do you let your pet lizard talk?
What?
It's Godzilla.
I don't do anything, but he keeps doing everything.
He keeps doing everything. Man, they make a collar for that.
Where can I find one?
What'd you say?
Where can I find one?
I don't know. I don't deal in those kinds of things.
What do you deal in?
Mostly just caravans.
Like to the Skyrift tournament?
Oh, definitely those.
Any chance your caravan to the Skyrift tournament needs some security?
Oh, security? Are you kidding me? There are so many caravans going there. There's nobody messing with those caravans.
Not even the dire rats?
Oh, dire rats mess with everything.
Wouldn't it be helpful to have 4 strapping adventurers protecting your caravan from dire rats?
You make a very good point.
So, let's say, maybe 2 of us on, 2 of us off, 2 of us sit, 2 of us walk, we protect your caravan, we get to the tournament, everyone comes out a winner.
I'll tell you
Gold
what.
even need to change hands.
Do what?
As in, no gold even needs to change hands. We'll consider the riding while not...
You'll consider the writing what?
The riding while we're not working as our payment.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay, so what you're saying is that you're gonna protect the caravan from anything that comes around, and I don't have to pay you?
Nope. Just let us ride in a cart after we're on our off shift.
Interesting.
Gets us there faster, gets your paying customers there safer.
Okay. And you'll kill. What are you gonna do with the dire rat meat?
What do you want us to do with the dire rat meat?
I think your lizard will eat it.
He'll eat just about anything.
He looks at the lizard, and the lizard's shaking his head, and he looks back and he goes, "Does that include me?"
And I'll look over at his Zurix and I'll look back. I'll look back over at his Zurix and I'll look back. Like, yet to be determined. I think the odds are pretty good.
Somebody refresh my memory really quickly. We said Pickingham was where the Skyrift tournament was, correct?
That's not in that session's notes. Oh, my notes only go back 1 session on the website because of the session thing. Old.
Looking in Gilded.
Yeah, I wish I could search in here. That was my problem. There's no search function in the announcements. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do.
What the fuck? Where's session 5?
Were you there for session 5?
Oh, I went right over it like a dumbass.
I'm in it. That's why.
I do not have the location listed.
Okay. So then that's why I was asking, because I think we talked about it, but I don't think we isolated it. Does that make sense? So
Did you read session 6?
I'm almost positive I said
read session
Pickingham, and I just want to make sure.
Sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that's what I said. All right. So let's slide back into character here real quick then. Cookie, can you make note of that for the notes for me, please, so that I can prep that properly? Okay. Oh, okay. So listen. It's a 1.5 day ride to Pickingham. Are you telling me that you're going to protect the caravan overnight too?
Yeah, we'll have at least 2 of us awake at all times.
I like this deal. And your lizard gets all the dire rat meat he can eat, right?
If that's what you want us to do with it.
I don't really care what you do with it. I don't want it. Those things are grody.
And the lizard will feast on their corpses.
I mean, they're like rodents of unusual size. It's a Princess Bride reference.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Did you respond to that, Cookie?
My last response was that the
2x2,
he will
right?
feast
You'll
on their
2x2
corpses.
overnight.
No, then that Ozorgs would feast on their corpses then.
Okay. Okay. So if we so the caravan's not gonna go today. There was a problem. I don't know what happened. It's unfortunate. People are pissed off. But I'll tell you what. Tomorrow there's gonna be a caravan that leaves at noon. Can you guys be there for that?
Yeah, we can make that work.
And so we're clear. I'm not going to be held liable for anything that happens to you, but what happens if you guys don't live up to your bargain and my caravan gets whacked?
Well, then we're probably dead, and we can't do anything about it because we're dead.
You're not establishing any confidence in my ability to believe you're going to protect my caravan if you're dead.
Oh, I'm simply saying, if anything is able to get through us to your caravan, then your caravan was probably doomed anyways.
I'm gonna lean down and I'm gonna look at him and say, "You really think that I can't take care of some things on the road?"
It talks. He kind of like looks at Ruckus, looks at Azurix, he looks at the dwarf and he goes, "Wow. Strange company you keep, Mr. Dwarf. I recognize that symbol on your clothes there. You're welcome to the temple's services if you need them."
I appreciate it, laddie. Don't worry. Don't let the drool from the grasshopper bother you.
The grasshopper. It's fucking hilarious when he says that. The grasshopper. That's funny. I appreciate that. Okay, so listen. I'm out of luck if something happens to my caravan. You guys get a free ride. And when we stay overnight, you guys are gonna protect it.
Yes.
All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow at noon.
All right. We'll be back.
So now he's back. He's trying to get more caravans going out. Obviously, not all the caravans are going to the same place, right? Think of it like a bus station. He's got stuff going in, stuff going out.
For the record, I don't like that guy.
I don't think he liked you much.
For the record, do you like anybody?
I
Likes
like
Pip.
Rockets. I like Pip. I like Faye. Pain in my ass.
Speaking of which, I love that the fucking nickname came out in the book as Azu.
Right?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
At least it didn't call me Godzilla.
That's funnier though.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Has left the building.
Oh, wait. Gnome's on here. I was going to say yes, but I didn't think it'd be as funny as if Gnome wasn't on here.
So long, gay boys. I love that thing. All right, so really quickly, I need you guys to look here for just a second. I'm gonna go here. All right, so this is kind of covering everything up, but you can see kind of what I'm talking about here. So the trip to Pickingham is from here up to here, down, over, down, here. Right? That's the trip essentially right there.
Okay.
Right? It'll be this windy little trip. The idea is that you'll stay about the halfling wizard. Thanks for the follow. You'll stay about halfway there for reasons that only the DM will know. Out here supporting fellow creators one at a time. Well, I appreciate that. My name is Must Be TV. I'm a variety streamer. You'll see all kinds of stuff. What you are watching tonight is the Celestial Convergence or the Celestial Starfall. The idea behind this is that it is a homebrew world using D&D 5e mechanics as the back end of it. So the characters, the maps, the components are all made up from my head. Right up here above me is Wabbit. He is one of the big supporters of the stream. He runs Magnus Farkham, who is Magnus Fuckham. That's right, I said it.
Oh, I was going to say, you said my name right, then you fucked it up.
And he is our cleric. He's the dwarf cleric. You don't see her tonight, but Fainala is here. That is run by Shaggy69. She is our druid. To the left, one more is Ruckus. That is my lead moderator, Cookie. He runs the bully of the bunch. And then on the far left is my buddy Smog. He runs Azurix, the giant green grasshopper dragon man.
What scares me is that he admits that all this comes out of his head. Can you imagine what kind of mess is going on in there?
Yeah, so you can see all of it. The World Anvil is out there. I use World Anvil for all of the world creation. So you can see Eldarim, which is the name of the campaign. You can see all of that right here. Cookie, I need to make a fucking a button for this, I think.
I'll put it in your reminders.
Yeah. But you can see all of it there. So the map's there, all the characters are there, all of the pieces and parts are there, the storyline's all there. The idea behind what's happening right now is that there was a convergence of things that happened that brought these four players together. These four players had to fight their way out of some things. They were saved by a guy that asked for their help. And Deckard Cain from Diablo basically asked them if he would help them and made them swear on his hard wood. They touched his hard wood and became lifelong friends. And we are 7 episodes in, and that is kind of where we're at with all of these pieces, is that they are trying to navigate the realm, trying to figure out what they can and can't do, who they can talk to, what the pieces and parts that are going on are. And so that's kind of a small catch-up. The map is huge. Like actually huge. There's an entire continent. It's all been driven and derived from different sources. I obviously have taken inspiration from a bunch of different places. In fact, I was telling Smog this morning that I feel like I've started this whole thing with Fainala kind of turning into Gollum with a locket, and it's not intentional, but it's kind of happening. And then obviously there's some weird like Harry Potter vibes, and there's some Wheel of Time vibes and some other things in there. I created an entirely new sport. We're about to see that. We'll probably see that in probably the next couple weeks. Some of that will come out. It is called Skyrift. It has rules. It has stadiums. The whole 9 yards. So, but you can see all of that there. If you like the content, we run every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Central Time. So we've been on about an hour and a half now. Unfortunately, Fainala tonight had a family thing that kept her away. And then on top of all of that, I am also writing a book, and the book is conceived from what we're doing in the sessions, but then expanded and extrapolated out from that. So it's not like line by line what we're doing here, but it is this massive thing. And so I've got about 6 or 7 chapters into that. I'm working all of that out. And so that's where we're at with all of this. So there's a lot of pieces and parts that go into it. I created a bunch of NPCs last week and told them that I had all the way up to CR 13, and they're happy to fight that. Cookie said he needs a 20, so I'm going to work a CR 20 out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a green dragon just for Smog. So, back to the story at hand, or the thing at hand. Also, you can see we use Roll20 over here for our tabletop stuff, and our World Anvil stuff for the Theater of the Mind. You'll see that stuff like this thing right here. Mr. Wab just gifted a sub to the Halfling Wizard. Wabbit, thanks for gifting that sub. The Halfling Wizard, welcome to the studio audience. You'll see stuff like this. So this is an example of, I give them more information than they would have normally, where like if we were running like the Curse of Strahd or something like that, we would have a different section. They would recognize things. So I give them a little more information and backstory on the characters than I normally would, but each of them has a picture, what I would call a normal NPC. I'm actually really glad you're here. If you can get on, we can tie this all back together. If you can't, I totally understand. So, and I mean that sincerely, but if you can, there's some pieces that we skipped that I think that you'll have some vested interest in. Listen, Shaggy, if you can't, it's okay. Seriously. We have manipulated and moved, but there's some things that'll get slid to next week then. So I don't have a problem with that. If you need time, then take your time. You can tell me I need a fucking day. Okay? Take your time. Because I need some sassiness, and nobody's touched Azurix's tail in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, right? I'm just saying.
For those of you guys that would like to read the book, the manuscript that I've written, it is a work in progress. So when you read this, just know that the next time you come back, it may totally be different. You can read that here. You can see that like one of the prologues says copy, because I've just started making copies of stuff and moving stuff around. All right. So we have bartered our way onto a caravan that leaves tomorrow at noon. Are you guys going? I'm sorry?
That the priest doesn't feel confident that he made a good deal, because if we die,
well, he's not the priest. He's just the guy that's in charge of the things. Remember, I fucked up and didn't make a priest, so he is literally just a crazy little halfling sitting out there selling fucking rides.
Nice.
I
got a priest I can loan you.
I have to make him. I didn't realize I didn't make him, apparently. He's the only fucking character I found that I didn't make. But I have an extra one with the almost same name that doesn't have any of the right shit. So I don't even know where that dude came from. So I've got to look tomorrow and figure out if I fucked up or if it's on purpose and the name generator just gave me the same name again. Because like everything else, there's only so many damn halfling names that get generated.
Right?
Okay. So you guys have bartered your way onto a caravan that will leave for Pickingham at noon tomorrow. It is a 1.5-day ride. You have 3 days left to get there. So you should get there in enough time to be at the Skyrift tournament. But you don't have any information on any of this stuff along the way, nor do you have any information on Pickingham. That's where we're at, right?
Yeah, that's
Correct.
what I've got.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Cookie held Ruckus held a room at the Slow Clam Tavern for a week. Tina said she would do that for him.
Zurix is holding an outside for Ruckus.
Yeah, Xerix,
one gold
he's
a
got
day.
a special rock out there. It's his pet rock. He will hug him and kiss him, and he will call him Fred.
Excuse me.
I wasn't even thinking about that. That's so funny. My bad. Oh, it's just funny because it's true.
Shaggy.
I mean, you could be his rock. Okay. Do we want to... What do we want to do now? Somebody, loser. What do we want to do now? Does somebody tell me where we want to go?
Need to get in some trouble without getting us thrown in jail.
Well, see, that's my concern, right? Is that you all have not come across the law, but you all have seen the law, and you definitely don't want to fuck around and find out.
No, I definitely do want to fuck around and find out. I just know that I shouldn't find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can, but what is that? I can't, so I shan't, so I won't, or whatever. What's that little line?
I could if I would, but I can't, so I won't.
Yeah, right?
Hi, Shaggy.
She just drop out?
Yeah, she was in here for a second.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds like a perfect time to get a pudding cup beer back.
It definitely does.
Shows your mic muted on my end, Shaggy. And Gilded.
Yeah, I know. It's fixed now.
There you
There's
go.
my Shaggy.
There you go.
Hi.
Do you
Shaggy?
want to be on camera? If so, do you have your camera invite? You do.
Yep, I
Look
already got
at
it.
you, ma'am.
on
Let me
it.
make
I am
sure
on
that
it.
Guest slot 2 is muted. You should have gotten a notification that guest slot 2 was muted. Okay, Shaggy. So, a couple of things. First, Ruckus woke up to a letter being on his person in their room.
Okay.
The room that you all slept in. Somebody entered and put something on Ruckus and left.
Okay.
Ruckus read the letter and put it into his journal.
Privately.
What'd you say?
Privately.
Privately. He read his private's letter.
Then he tucked them.
And then he tucked it. He tucked it like nobody could tuck.
God. Jeez.
I'm going to reshare the shard map with you so that you have it. If you look at the bottom, he has taken 20 items that he found on the map that have come out as celestial sentences, sayings, strategies, nonsense, whatever, right? These are all on the map in some shape or form.
Some damn wizard wrote them.
Azurix thinks that it's the smartest map ever made, and he's not smart enough to figure it out, so he just quit, and he cried in a corner like a little bitch.
Oh, poor Zurich, Grasshopper.
The last
you
line
start?
Cookie thinks says, seek the hidden wisdom. He's not sure. Your gold, check it. I've been overcharging you for food. I said gold pieces, and it's supposed to be silver pieces. So for your meals, put 4 gold back for every meal subtraction you had.
Just 2.
Okay, so you should have 8 more gold then if it's 2 meals. Pip said hi to Cookie as he was running away. Azurix laughed at him. You have
refuse to
bartered
check my
and
pocket,
traded
thanks.
a ride to Pickingham for the Skyrift tournament. You will guard the caravan on the way there, and when it stops overnight at its stopping point. In exchange, you don't have to pay for the caravan there.
Okay.
So, winding this back to where you guys had that piece, do you have any questions for Ruckus about his alone time in the bathroom with the map while he was pooping? It's the best time to read, right, Cookie?
TikTok.
Cookie's in there watching friggin' Pornhub, not TikTok.
Although sometimes it's
Yeah,
television,
probably.
you know?
He's checking to see how many new hits his newest video has on there.
Gross.
Like and
Okay.
subscribe.
So, in all seriousness, though, do you have any questions? Anything that you want to ask Azurix? Anything that you want to talk to Ruckus about, or anything that you want to talk to Magnus about any of these pieces, or any of the parts that are tied into what's going on with Ruckus's period with the map, or anything that happened this morning? And
I
don't forget,
think so.
this is not what I thought was going to happen. I swear, I thought you were going to be like, so talk to me about this map. Okay. All right, so no questions about the map, no questions about what Ruckus figured out, none of that. No questions about somebody sleeping, walking into your room while you're sleeping.
Nobody's actually asked any of these questions.
No one's asked
yet?
any of this.
Oh, because, okay, understand. Barbarian app doesn't make sense. It doesn't tell me where to go to smash it. Not interested.
Cookie did tell everybody that the message that he got said that they need to focus on the Skyrift tournament.
We got we got a location. I'm ready to go.
So yeah.
So my point is I knew you would ask questions and you weren't here and we didn't get to ask those questions. So what I'm trying to do now is reshape that discussion.
Okay, so are we actually sitting out, like,
You guys are
having
sitting at a
lunch or
picnic
whatever?
table out by the church. Bam. There we go.
Perfect.
There we go.
Outdoors.
Okay, is there anybody around us?
It's
Or is it just
busy,
us?
but it's noisy.
Okay.
Oh, that's the other thing too. The city has picked up. There is more people, more noise, more movements. As you were walking here, people were chasing somebody through the crowd. They can't figure out why, but the crowd was moving, and you could see people moving through the crowd, and people were saying, "Hey, my wallet's missing."
And every once in a while you hear her.
And you see Shaggy rolled her eyes. She's like, "Pip."
100%, that little turd.
Okay. So that's kind of caught you back up. Now there are a bunch of armed soldiers and everything else that are guarding like the town. As more people come, there is more guards, right? So it's a increase in presence equals an increase in presence, right? It's not that they're scary or anything. It's just like everything else, right? When you go to a concert, there's a lot more security guards at a concert than there are when you're walking down the mall.
Facts. Okay. And I'm assuming we just woke up and then came out.
Well, you
to
guys
here,
went
and
and
that
did
was
this
it?
stuff. It happened early when you woke up, but you weren't here, and I just kind of drug your character around with them silently. She was in a trance.
Yeah.
Got you. I was comatose.
Remember when
got it.
when I
I'm
played
sure-
Cookie's character? I played your character the exact same way. Don't kill it and don't say nothing.
All right.
Now we're to the part where sassy little friggin' Fainala is like, I got some questions.
Ruckus.
Yes.
Can I see the map?
Yes. And I'll reach into my bag and pull out the map and hand
Oh,
it
he's
back
reaching
to
right
Freddy.
into his bag, all right.
Gross.
It's all tucked away.
And I'm gonna
Didn't say
hand.
sack.
And Ruckus still has the book, right?
No. Ruckus has everything right now because he went to bed with the map.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But he has the book.
He has
right
the
now.
scroll that gives you the breakdowns, and then he has the map that goes to the. So he has the thing that he can help start deciphering it with, and the map.
Okay, that's what I was
Okay.
wanting to make sure.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to hand the map to Azurix to hold on to.
Okay.
Well, I don't think it's a great idea to have the decoder ring and the map together.
She's not wrong.
Okay.
To be fair, these are the same two people who have volunteered every crucial piece of
Did he just
at the
stop
first
talking?
opportunity to do so. So,
Wait, what did you say? You broke up in the middle.
Broke up in the middle. Said
damn it.
these are the same two people that volunteered, and then you went blank.
who have volunteered every crucial piece of information we've come across for the entire.
Yeah,
Oh, he broke up
It's
again.
the exact
So-
same spot.
Yeah, I don't know why. I can see my
Getting-
circle going off.
Getting muted.
I don't know. Okay,
The
so
moderator's muting him.
shit. Shit. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking. Let's see this map. No, just kidding.
Okay, so I hand the map to Azurix and tell him to keep it safe. And then I'm going to ask Ruckus if he got anywhere with decoding the map. If he found out any more information about said map.
Let's see your decoder ring, man.
All I have is what I gave you guys this morning, which is the journal entry, journal page attached to the map article, Shaggy.
Okay. Okay.
I told them that I haven't completely finished deciphering it yet, but I would say with good certainty that the bottom line reads, "Seek the hidden wisdom." Beyond
Alrighty
that,
then.
everything was incomplete.
Okay, so there's no new information then.
Well, you didn't have the 20 lines that show up on the map that's been shared.
Right.
Before
Right,
that, you
as
guys
well
didn't really
as-
have an idea of what that was.
As well as from the letter I got this morning, while I kept the full contents to myself, there was two things that I shared. One was a coalition member who dropped it off, and two, it strongly suggests that we go to the Skyrift tournament. Oh, and I guess three, subtext, I mentioned that the letter was oddly personalized.
Oddly personalized.
So somebody
I'm only
knows
giving
you,
I'm not
but you
giving
don't know who it is.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Creepy little weirdo.
Breadcrumbs. You only get breadcrumbs.
And I stand by my statement.
You creepy little weirdo.
I'm tall, thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
you tall, creepy weirdo. Does that make you feel better?
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, it's been so quiet without Faye.
This is great. It's like the best thing
I'm
ever.
sorry, it's been crazy.
Okay.
It's okay.
So when does when does this caravan or this ride that we secured leave?
Tomorrow at noon.
Okay. Do we have anything else that we need to be doing in town?
Like to go eat the guy that is working the caravans.
Oh God. Why?
He kept calling me a lizard.
I mean, you are a lizard. Twisted!
No, you're a grasshopper. Use a grasshopper.
Not a grasshopper. It's an insect.
Okay, it's better than a lizard.
He's not wrong.
Just saying. Potatoes, potatoes. Who cares? You're giant, green, and scary.
Grasshopper have you ever seen that was giant, green, and scary?
All of
I
them?
mean, that one from
You
A
should hear
Bug's
me
Life was
squeal.
pretty scary.
Facts.
thinking of him too, and I'm trying to remember his name.
I don't even know, but he was really angry.
Hopper. That's right. It was Hopper.
All right, there we
Hopper,
go.
yeah.
Stupid Hopper. Okay.
So do we have anybody else that we need to visit inside of here? And not going to eat somebody on the caravan there, Azurix. Calm down, Turbo.
Calm
Sit down,
down,
Push Pop.
Turbo. All of a sudden, Shaggy just kind of walks off. Faynala is no longer in the building. Not literally, figuratively. What's happening is that she's having yet another vision. The locket has now taken over. Faynala looks at the locket in her hand. Its ethereal light envelops her, kind of transports her away from where she's at. She sees the last heir, a young man, regal features, battling shadowy figures. Not really human, more not really there. Almost like they're apparitions, so to speak, dark. And as they emerge around him, he keeps fighting them, and he's getting weary, but he's determined and evident. It's just he's doing everything he can to eliminate them. And all of a sudden, one of the spectral figures says, "He must remain, for our dominion over the living depends on his imprisonment." And the heir looks at Faynala with desperate hope, and he says, "Find the key. Free me, so I can reclaim my destiny and end the tyranny." And just like that, Faye's back. She's a little weary. She's blinking. She senses a connection between like this realm and that realm that she saw. Like there's alignment that's happening with it. She feels the power from it, right? As a druid, she can sense the magic that's associated with these visions. She can't understand it. She doesn't have the ability to be like, oh, well, Bob teleported me away and brought me back as a way for me to know what's going on, right? And so the idea behind it is that she's feeling like there's something there, and that there's some sort of hint between what's going on with that and the things that you've heard with regards to the other visions, and then the other pieces that talk about the power and the struggle and the components that are tied to the Starfall event. And so the vision fades, and the last thing Faynala sees as she's coming out of it is he raises his blade, and the light of the locket shines super bright, and then she returns. Bam! Right back to where she was at. And she doesn't realize that any time's passed, and you guys do.
Hey, you with us?
It happened again.
It happened again.
I seen things. Bad things, scary things.
Care to be more specific?
Well, something has imprisoned something else, and it's not good. And well, so the air, it's bad. It's super bad. It's just bad.
The current heir or the lost heir?
Lost air.
Spoke to you again?
Yes. So he asked me to find the key to free him. Because if we don't, bad things are coming.
Key, you said. You specifically said the key?
He said, "Find the key. Free me so I can reclaim my destiny and end their tyranny."
Seventh line of my journal, and I'll pull the page out and put it where everyone can see. And I still don't know what this all means, but those last two words sure look like the key.
They sure do.
And if I'm right about that bottom line, meaning wisdom, I'd make that second word serpent. I don't know what goes in the middle. The serpent blank the key.
We've got to get to the Zenith event. That's we have to
I
get
guess
there.
would be guards.
We have to get to this event.
Oh, Warrior Ranger transport will be there tomorrow, or day and a half after. Walking there now wouldn't get there any faster, so there's no point in not waiting.
Walking there would be slower. I mean, essentially, you would get passed by the caravan tomorrow.
Exactly.
And you say it's going to take a day and a half by caravan to get there, right?
Yep.
And how many days until the event?
3.
Including today, or 3 from today?
No, including today. So it'll give you, you'll burn up 2.5 of your 3 days getting there. But if you walk, it's going to take you longer because it's way too far.
No, my thought is I'm wondering if we need to try and find transport sooner.
At this point, there has been no conversations with anyone who knows a sooner date.
Okay, that was
Not
my
saying
question.
there isn't an option for you to try to find it. I'm just saying that the only person who's running stuff out of town right now is this guy that's running stuff in there, and he's saying he can't get you there till tomorrow. Or start the trip until tomorrow. Part of this is because I was trying to delay a little bit of things because I didn't know when you were going to be here. I wanted to have these conversations before we left. Right? I wanted to tie some of these things together because all of these things that are happening right now are tying into what's happening with your trip.
So, do we want to sit and wait for to leave tomorrow, or do we want to see if we can find somebody to get us there sooner?
I've already made an arrangement for transport tomorrow. I have no interest in trying to find anything sooner. I think rushing isn't going to do you any good, Faye. I think you need to rest and take things slow. Visions are happening more and more frequently to you.
Yeah, and each one that comes to me, it seems to be more urgent than the last.
Just afraid that if you overexert yourself, you're not going to be able to recover.
Is he cutting out for anybody else, or is it just me?
Nope, he's cutting out.
Son of a bitch.
Time for a new microphone?
No, it's his.
No.
He'll dial it in, but for now we're gonna have to deal with it. So what did he say? I heard him start talking. I was trying to look at something else. He said something about he didn't want to do it. You need to behave. These things are draining you.
He said you need to rest, and then it cut out.
Said that I'm afraid if she overexerts herself, she won't recover from one of these visions.
Or she'll get locked into one.
Yep.
Same idea.
I might want to take a note on that.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming when you started all this.
Is that AB? What's that thing in Wheel of Time where they do that.
Where he can
trial,
where he can get
and
to
if
him
we
in the
get too
dreams.
comfortable in it- Oh no, I was thinking the trials that what's her face had to do to become
The Aes Sedai?
Yeah, whereas like if you get too comfortable, you get trapped in it.
Yep. Okay. So what are we doing?
Y'all set on waiting till tomorrow's transport to leave town?
Yeah, might as well, I guess.
Yeah, I don't see a reason we need to rush it. I mean,
Okay, that's fine. I just didn't know if we wanted to get there a little early and scout around and see.
but you're
before it
going to
gets
do a lot
super
of
crazy.
you're going to do a lot of resting on the trip.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to put the map in my sack.
Oh, he's putting it in his sack. In the sack.
I was wondering where those stains came from.
Jesus. Okay.
He was holding the map before.
Hey, this kind of looks like a dragon.
Gross. It's like a dragon, but smaller.
Ow.
Okay. So where are we going?
Does anyone else have anything they want to take care of at the moment?
Anything in that letter they sent you that you need to do before we leave?
No. Everything in that letter is as addressed as it's going to be at this time.
Hey, I'd be up for eating.
I'm with the grasshopper.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I think we spend more time in the tavern eating than
Dwarf,
doing
come on.
anything else.
They do like to eat. But also we sleep there every night, so that's fine. If you're all hungry, you can go back to the slow clam and grab a meal. I'll meet you there. I'm gonna swing by D Good Barrel's shop before we leave. You're welcome to come, you're welcome to eat. Doesn't matter to me.
What say you, wardens of the last air? Are you letting Cookie roam around as Ruckus by himself and do bad things?
That's the big question.
Do you trust
You gotta
Cookie
leave
not to
him
get
to die for
arrested?
that.
I'd like to remind you all that Cookie got a note today that nobody's read but Cookie. And Ruckus is wanting to go off by himself. He may be a shady motherfucker. Or he may
And
be
that ain't
totally
fucking
honest and just trying to go see if she's got anything that he needs before he needs to stomp a mud hole on somebody's ass. What say you, party?
Or some booty.
He does like D. He does. I seen it in his eyes. He was like little halfling on orc action.
I look at a Xerx and
There's a
go,
casting couch
"He's
for
not
that."
Going by himself.
Fine, I'll wait to eat. Let's go, Ruckus.
Listen, I'm not saying you need to go with him. He's a full-grown adult. He can go anywhere he
It
wants
wa-
by himself.
It wasn't you. You missed Faye telling me he wasn't going anywhere by himself.
Ruckus is not allowed to be left unattended. Ever.
Ever.
Zerix, on the other hand, can sleep outside.
Say just
And
real
anybody-
quick, what's,
Anybody that wants to join him for 1 gold piece a night.
Zerix will save you a rock.
going out there, sir?
That's fine. That'll save me some money. As long as I'm not the big spoon, I'm okay.
You too can cuddle with Fred at night.
See, this is what friends are all about right here. It's those looks that everybody gives when B gets one on us.
Oy.
Speaking of which, I do have a question for the DM.
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with this?
Hey, little guy.
This
Whatever it
motherfucker.
is, it's no.
Victory!
Fucking squishy.
Ow! Bad squishy. Bad.
Bad squishy.
Oh,
Bad. Okay. So we are going to D Good Barrels. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, we, as
Yeah,
in
Mr. Squishy,
four
sir.
of us.
Listen.
I feel like Magnus is tired of all of our shit, and he's tired of being the babysitter for me.
Stop
You livened,
babysitting us.
you livened up the party.
Yeah, for sure.
It-
But this is
Definitely
exactly
did.
what I expected to happen. I just expected it to happen in the tavern first. Not the vision. The vision was planned about right now, but the rest of that conversation was tavern bound. Okay. So so we're clear. I sent you guys the Good Barrel and the Silver Moon Chap. You guys are headed that direction, yes?
Yep.
Okay. So
Yes.
you guys are wandering back through the city the way that you came. You are looking to get over to the slums as you leave the temple district and walk through all of the pieces and parts across the bazaar. You notice obviously that you're getting into the hood. Less people. The people that you do see are either people who are going to or from a building, or they are people who look like they don't have a lot. They're from meager means. As you are walking towards the front of the forge, Cookie recognizes a face from this morning. He looks at Cookie and he nods his head, and he nods his head at Ruckus again, and then he turns and walks away. Nobody else notices it because nobody else knows who he is. You guys are at the building. You tell me what you're doing.
Standing guard outside.
course he is.
So Azurix posts up. Now, just so we're clear, most of this is an outside building. The forge, the things like that, they're outside.
That's true. I'll wander in to the outside. Going into the out now.
I am going out the inbound, is what he said.
In-N-Out Burger sounds great. Let's go.
In-N-Out burger. Oh, I love In-N-Out though.
Real talk. There's a Shake Shack opening across the street from my work.
Shake Shack's not bad.
I love me some Shake Shack. It gets
Shake
a bad
Shack's
rap. I
definitely
love
not
it.
bad.
We changing up the roll 20 on this one, or are we just kind of wandering?
No,
through
no,
this?
I'm gonna let you guys wander a little bit. I want to see what happens before I go down that road.
Two.
I'm still in the tavern, by the way. That's my scene that I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where we're all.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he's saying.
Okay, I
I was
just
asking.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no. I wanna know what we're doing before I start dropping things off here.
Yep. So I'm
Well, if
walking
we're
inside.
going anywhere,
Just posted up outside.
I can go into the out.
Right. You're in the out.
Let me move you guys so at least we have an idea of what we're getting into here.
I was
right?
gonna look and turn it to Zerix and put my arms up and say, "Upsies, please."
That's
And I will pick her
hilarious.
up.
Okay.
Sit her on my shoulder.
As tall as you.
I don't remember which one of these we used last time. Was it this one?
Or I could have just held onto his tail and he could have just drug me through the town.
No, you're up on my
Yeah, it
shoulder,
was this one.
away from my tail.
Oh,
Okay.
come on, let me touch it.
Ow.
All
Away
right.
from my tail.
Okay.
All right. So I'm walking inside. They can,
So
they can figure out their stuff.
I assume the stone type floors are the out.
Yes.
Perfect.
So walk
That's
into the
her.
first room. Yep. Walk into the first room and I'll shout. I said, "Hey, the door's unlocked. I assume you're in here."
The door's always unlocked. Nobody robs the blacksmith.
"Hey, I'm a mercenary. Could you not shout that so loud?"
She just laughs
One
and
of the
giggles.
folks in town that I like.
Where'd our cleric go?
He's sitting outside. He said, "Fuck you guys."
He's playing me now. What the hell?
Okay.
I know. Zerix went into a building. It's hell freezing
No,
over.
technically-
That's
To
why-
the out.
Technically, he's not in a building. He's in an uncovered, walled-in area.
There you go.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
What did he say? All right. Business before pleasure. We're heading out of town for a couple days, and I don't know if there's gonna be a blacksmith I like, let alone trust over there. Like, can I get these sharpened before we go?
Sure.
Well,
Sure, I
down
can
on
do
the
that for
calendar.
you. When do you need these by?
By noon tomorrow.
By noon tomorrow? Oh. All right.
It's just a sharpening.
Yeah, I know. You and like 700 other people. It's like everybody expects
all.
to fight their way to the Sky Rift tournament. All while D
that
sits
doesn't-
back here and doesn't get to go because I got work to do to pay the bills.
I'm sorry, D.
I know. It's fine. Listen, this thing pays for itself 50 times over.
Oh. I'm glad
Oh,
the
D,
money's
is
good,
there
but
anything from there that
I'm
you
razor
want?
Yeah.
I'll
I
bring
want a
it back
griffin
for you.
stuffy.
I got you. I'll bring you back a griffin stuffy.
That'd be awesome. And she turns around and she shows you, and you notice they're like hanging from the ceiling. A bunch of them, just little griffins, just hanging from the ceiling.
So
Duly noted. Bring back D a griffin stuffy. Got it.
let me get this straight. Ruckus.
yes.
You pay to sleep indoors. Outdoors are free.
Yes.
You give away your weapons to get
make
sharpened.
them stronger. Yes.
What happens if you're attacked tonight?
Why'd you put that in the DM's head?
They work just fine. Are you kidding me? You think that was my first thought when he said, "When do you need them by?" And I said it within the next hour? Think that thought didn't come across my mind?
You know they make stones for that shit, right?
Yes.
Oh, hi, D.
The good ones. The ones that spin with the water.
She looks
Do a
at you
good
and she
job.
goes, "You know, for a dragonborn, you are definitely what I expected." Way to live up to the stereotype.
What, big green and looks like a grasshopper?
No. Food, sex, and anger.
Well, that's only right about 2 of the 3.
You don't know yet.
How do you know?
day we got into town, I heard the story about him and a leg of lamb.
Oh, Jesus. All right. I don't even know how to recover from this right now.
I got you.
Okay.
All right.
So all of those
Business.
things are there. Fucking Magnus is just roaming around checking shit out.
Yes.
He's just looking at all the pokey things. It's okay.
Admiring craftsmanship.
Alright, that was business. Now, I had a question to ask you, D.
Fire away. See what I did there?
Hey. Resisting the urge to be just like, do you like nuts?
These nuts.
Can't wait
Have
to
you
hear
ever
this
heard
question.
to Someone or something referred to as the serpent?
The serpent.
Yeah.
You mean other than the guy with you?
Yeah. He's been called a snake, a lizard, a grasshopper. and couple of other
grasshopper?
things. So.
All right. Well, that's an interesting one, but no, I don't.
So,
Serpent.
Yeah, besides him.
The serpent, huh?
Yeah.
No, that's not a that is a new one on me. I've heard people call a lot of things, but not a serpent.
I figured it was a long shot, but I don't know. For
Have
whatever
you asked
reason-
Baron?
Ruckus just sighs and just looks over to Faye.
Oh, let me guess.
What? I
You've been to
didn't
Baron
do
a lot.
nothing.
What'd you say, Faye?
I said what? I didn't do nothing.
Oh, here we go.
We've spent plenty of time at Baron's shop.
Yeah, he's a little eccentric. He thinks I'm crazy.
My kind of people.
He thinks I'm crazy. I don't understand why.
I don't know. Seemed
Listen.
level-headed to me.
Listen, you sneak up on somebody who's got weapons training, you might get stuff thrown at you. It happens.
Or one of your griffin stuffies on the wall behind you.
No,
I justify
he's
that.
not afraid of the Griffin stuffies. I may or may not have thrown a knife or three at him.
Oh wait, see,
No further context. I believe he deserved it.
I'm just saying. When I'm on the forge, don't sneak up at me. I'm working. You're going to get got. I'm going to do you like they did Biggie Smalls.
I like her.
Biggie Smalls. Was that was he that midget troll I heard about?
That's exactly right. How'd you know?
News travels.
There we go. Shaggy's covering her mouth, trying not to laugh out loud.
no, Skittles. I had a
Oh.
whole mouthful of Skittles.
Okay. So Ruckus gave D his weapons.
And hope
D
he doesn't
has
regret it.
confirmed why Baron thinks she's crazy. Anything else?
And she thinks that I'm the ideal dragonborn.
She thinks you're a typical lizard.
I say
Sex.
not ideal.
Food and anger.
What's wrong with ideal? Ideal was a good word, Ruckus.
Ideal was a word.
Both look squishy.
Stereotypical might be the
Right.
word.
Exactly. Okay. So what else? What other kinds of business do we have here?
Well, Ruckus just wants to go visit Baron, so I guess we better go there.
Poor Baron.
Didn't have to.
You wanted answers, and D couldn't give them to us.
Yes.
Not wrong.
She's better company, and she sharpens my weapons for me. I'll look over and give her the nicest of smiles that a half-orc can.
Did he cut out again?
Without just looking like
Yes.
threatening to eat her.
Right? I was gonna say it looks something like this.
He smiles at her without looking like he's trying to eat her. She looks at him, and she looks at everyone else, and she goes, "Don't do that. When you smile, it just looks like you're trying to kill my whole family. It's like you're trying to make
And now-
halfling popsicles for later. Please don't."
Because she said that, Zerix actually smiles.
And that made it even worse.
Listen. It's not the best smile. But unlike him, I didn't threaten to eat a caravan driver earlier today.
Dragonborns is mad because they got all them teeths and no toothbrush.
Summer teeth.
We can just get him a pine cone. It'll be okay.
Fuck. All right.
Alright, well, that concludes my business with D.
By the way, I clean my teeth with the bones of the people I eat. I mean,
There
the
we
things
go.
I eat.
She's an armorer. She doesn't care. She's not even phased by these statements.
Not her. I wasn't talking to her.
All right. So we're leaving out of here, and we are going to see Baron. Is that right?
D and be like, we've occupied enough of your time with their ridiculousness. I appreciate you rushing my job for me. I'll let you get back to work.
And refresh my memory because we've been here a little while. We're going to Baron because we want to see what at Sky's Arcanity?
Because I asked D
The Serpent.
about if she knew anyone or anything called the Serpent, and she did not, but she suggested Baron.
Well, I mean, he seems to know everything, right?
Annoyingly.
Seems like a nice guy to me.
Be nice, Ruckus. And D, I won't forget your gripping squishy.
Thank you. Thank you. My
Stuffy.
stuffy will hang from the ceiling.
You already got the name wrong.
Stuffies are
But,
squishy, so nah.
But I definitely prefer the squishy portion.
Yeah, you see what I did there?
Motherfuckers.
It's happening at that. Wasn't planned.
All right. This
Okay,
building
one
is
I'll post
indoors.
up outside. I'm gonna go to my window.
He said, I'm going to the spot where I hang out here. Okay?
I'm gonna stumble in the door. Kind of like half dragging myself across here.
I will follow her.
Baron!
Oh, hello. Welcome back. You guys are here a lot.
We like you, buddy. Ruckus, get back over here.
Ruckus
This
is
is over
just
here looking at whatever's on this shelf.
rolling around, checking out the goods.
Pop the window open.
He looks over at the window and he goes, I see you brought the lizard with you.
Well, unfortunately, the lizard's carrying me currently, but Ruckus has some questions for you.
Did not.
Ruckus!
Faye.
I spin and look at Ruckus and stop my foot and point my finger and say, here, now!
Here, little Ruckus, come here.
Turn
Come here, Ruckus.
turn back
Snicker.
to the shelf I was looking at and pay her no mind and simply speaking to the wall, just say, serpent.
So Baron is standing there and he's looking at you guys like, the fuck are we doing here?
Yep, that tracks.
I'm snickering. This is great.
Well, Ruckus, since he's a big giant chicken, we came here to ask you if you know anybody or anything by by the name of the serpent.
The serpent? The
Yep.
serpent. So, is this, like, do you guys just walk around town asking people for random stuff and bring it back to me hoping I know what the answer is, or what?
No, everybody just seems
Listen.
to send us back to you.
Hold on. You got some random locket that nobody can touch. You got a map that can't be handled. You have all these other things that are going on. I had to get you tickets to the Sky Rift, and now you want me to answer this riddle like I know what everything is. He goes, you haven't even bought anything.
Hey, Baron, give me a minute, Baron. Hey, come here.
What?
I hand her 5 gold. Tell her, just give this to him. It'll shut him up, and we might get some answers.
All right. Hey, Baron, the lizard at the window has something for you. And I reach out my hand and hand him 5 gold pieces.
He looks at the 5 gold and he goes, well, I feel a little better now.
I'm sorry, Baron, for not being more considerate when we've come in here, but we've always been in just such a rush and confused with everything going on.
Understood. I'm a little grumpy too. Everybody seems to just come in here and read stuff and touch stuff and then walk out.
And I turn and look at Ruckus and be like, don't touch nothing.
Just huffs, just.
I'll make you go outside.
All right.
You can go stand next to the grass.
So the serpent. Okay. I got to focus for a second. The serpent. So you see him and he starts like playing with his beard. And he looks and he goes, are you sure it's not him? And he points at Azurix.
I'm sure.
So
It's
what are we
not
talking
the
about? What's
grasshopper.
this in reference to?
I look at Magnus.
As he
looking
waits
for
to see
guidance
whether or
on
not
this one.
somebody drops some things, he's looking at you like, well,
I get a big grin on my face. Go. The decoder ring. The decoder ring.
I turn and look at Ruckus and be like, this is your doing,
Shut the window.
buddy.
shut the...
Shut the window.
So we're clear. Magnus goes over and shuts the window. Baron leans in and he goes, so what's this decoder ring?
Yes.
And
And you're not there, so you don't even get to hear it. Because you're off
I know
over
I
there
don't-
playing with the bookshelf.
Oh yeah.
it's fine. I'm ignorant to the question, but it doesn't change my course of action, which is to open up my journal, flip to a new page, and write down just line 7 and our believed translation of it. And
Okay.
show just that. to
And you
Burn.
do what now?
And show that to Burn. So he can see just line 7 and our believed translation of it.
Did
That's
you
gonna
give
be
him the
exciting.
decoder ring too?
I certainly have not.
Okay, so he has a celestial version and an English version.
Mm-hmm.
And your believed translation of that was
The serpent guards the key.
the serpent guards the key. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So he looks at it and he holds his beard a little and he's touching his beard and he's playing with his mustache, right? He's looking at this and you're way the fuck over there. You can't hand it from there. Pull them over here. And he says, I don't know Celestial very well. In fact, I don't know it at all. Do you guys have some sort of transcription thing here?
I'd come in three.
Three sizes.
Large, extra large,
And Big Daddy.
You only wish.
Who wishes
You do?
that I'm Big Daddy?
Yeah.
I am Big Daddy. All right. So the question stands. Do you have the secrets? Do you have the Ovaltine secret decoder ring? Only he didn't say fudge. Who has the decoder ring? Because the map is
Ruckus?
with the lizard.
Yes, I have the decoder and the journal entry. Which I'll tell him, like, it's not a magic decoder. Doesn't give us all the answers. I've got essentially amounts to a sample of the writing and 2 hours of time spent trying to compare the two.
Okay. He says, "Can I see this?"
Look to Faye and I tell her that, swear to God, this thing pops back into my hand. I'm blaming you.
I sure hope it does.
At which point I'll reach into my bag, not my sack or satchel, my bag,
His merce.
and take out the scroll and hand it to him.
Okay. So he takes the scroll and he turns around. There's a big light behind him. He turns around. There's like a desk. He's trying to like look at everything, get a better view of it. And you hear him and he's like talking to himself. Like mumbling. And you see him and he's like, you can see him just kind of shaking his head and looking at it. And, you know, a few minutes goes by. Turns back around and he goes, yeah, he goes, that's, I come up with the serpent guards the key. He goes, I don't know where you got this little Celestial translation, but this is awesome. He goes, Celestial's like a dead language. He goes, it's like, just so we're clear for you guys, it's like Latin. It still exists. You can still speak it. No one still speaks it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say what I'm about to say, just walk with me, right? He's like, it's like Latin, right? He goes, this is a language that's a dead language. He goes, nobody writes it. Nobody reads it anymore. It's still there. He goes, it used to be a standard language. He goes, it's long since been gone. He goes, but it does make sense. He goes, you're talking about the celestial convergence. You're talking about all these pieces. You have a map that's supposed to help you. He goes, all this stuff seems to align. He goes, I can't fault the logic that you've got here. He goes, but the serpent is that's throwing me for a loop. I don't even know what that is.
Do you have any suggestions on who might?
I don't. But I did look at number 3, and the number 3 had the first word to me looked like beware.
Question, how do you look at number 3? He doesn't have it.
Oh, that's right. You didn't give me that, huh?
Nope,
Never
you
mind
got
then.
7.
Let me wind that
No,
back.
you
I
just
forgot
got
that I didn't
7.
have all of them. I forgot that I didn't have all of them. Only 7's on the list. I was looking at the picture.
Yep, I know. And I was bad. I told you I'd get you more accurate pictures, and I just have too many fucking tabs open to manage.
Trust me, I forgot to. So that did not happen. We have to strike that from the record. The jurors will forget what was said.
Disregard.
Jurors will disregard that evidence.
All right. So he agrees. He gives you back the information in the pieces.
he does not have an idea of what the serpent could.
He does not have an idea of what the serpent is, though.
Baron, do you know anybody that might?
No. Listen, you are talking about ancient things here. These are not things that are normal. That map is could be anywhere from 1,000 to 10,000 years old.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your help, and I reach in my bag and I pull out 2 more gold pieces and hand it to him.
He nods and says thank you. I know a feller that drawed it. Okay. Yeah, Cookie, I had the friggin' thing up and I forgot we only went with number 7 and I was looking at it and I was like, well, let me throw him a nugget for number 3. And then I was like, fuck, he's right.
While we're in here, because I'm collecting the papers back from Bjorn or Byrne or however
Baron.
I'm supposed to say his name.
Baron.
It's not Baron. It's not how B says it.
It's Baron.
Baron. See? I did an extra at the end.
Baron there.
Shit. One didn't do me no good.
Bro, you're so dumb that you forgot what day it was.
He read a history book and said, "Oh, that happened tomorrow."
Right?
Oh, God.
Cookie, I hate you.
Okay.
I'm doing it right. So yes, as I'm gathering the papers back from Baron, I'm gonna say, Eberk said that his debt is paid. Wanted us to make that clear.
I was hoping he wasn't going to do that. All right. Well, it is what it is. I helped you guys out. It balances out for me. A little good karma for Baron today.
Maybe next time we come in, we'll just give you some magical knowledge and not ask of some of you.
He looks at you and he goes, or you could buy these beautiful boots of speed. And he points to a set of boots that are up there on the mantle behind him, like encased in everything, including TNT to protect them.
Yeah, price is still the same as the last time we came in?
Price is still the same. The low price of $39.56 gold.
Yep, still not buying them, Burn.
You know what? Hey, Faye, come back over here.
I'm coming.
I'm gonna set down my.
Shut.
Oh, I opened it back up.
No, he keeps opening it back up.
I'm gonna set my bag down. I'm gonna reach inside and grab my 2 dumbbells. I'm gonna say, why don't you see if he wants to see what these things are? He likes to handle things and try to figure things out. Just tell him, hey.
Let him handle my big
found these.
stone balls. Yep. That's
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, you're passing the kettlebells to Faye to take to Baron to see if he can give you some idea of what they are.
No, he always wants to touch something, so I'm thinking maybe he wants to touch those.
He can touch Zerg's balls on a rope.
Okay.
Way too easy.
Here we go.
Stream to be continued on Kick.
All right. So Faye has Azurix's metal balls. And what do we do with said metal balls?
Hey, Barrett, I got one more thing for you.
Oh, Lord.
The grasshopper wants you to take a look at these as I slam them on so gracefully onto the
So he
counter.
looks at you, and he looks at the lizard, and he looks at you, and he looks at the lizard, and he looks at you, and he goes, "What the fuck do you want me to do with these?"
I don't know. He just told me to ask you.
So he looks back at the lizard and he kind of shrugs like, well,
The fuck?
pretty much.
I thought you liked holding and checking things and playing with things, so I was just trying to give you something to play with.
Listen,
He's not a doctor. He's not
he
a doctor,
literally starts
Grasshopper.
rubbing his belly and he goes, you don't get this sexy by working out.
That's great.
Then bring me my balls back.
And he looks at Faye and he goes, do you know what those are?
A grasshopper's balls? I don't know.
He goes, they're just kettlebells. People use them to lift. It helps
Exactly.
strengthen your core.
Exactly.
Oh, well, we just use mushrooms
Oh,
and rocks.
Lord of mercy. At this point, he just shakes his head and he goes, I'm at a loss for words. And he kind of just starts walking down and working at the other end of the counter. They're casts of Jeff's magic ball or massive balls? No. Okay. Anything else?
Oh,
I'm
Ruckus is
gonna
leaving
reach
this
up
place.
on the. I'm gonna reach up on the counter
Dumb hair.
and grab the grasshopper's balls, walk over and heave them back out the window at him and said, "You can put these back in your bag now."
Are you going to sell the grasshopper's bathwater too?
Fucking A.
I think I broke Slock.
Jeez, God.
She says I got balls.
Now on lizardfans.com.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. All right.
I'm sorry. Oh, wow.
To be fair, he set that up.
I look, all I'm saying is I'm rolling with the fucking punches I'm given.
Oh my god.
In through the nose, out through the mouth. You can do this. Breathe.
All right there, grasshopper?
Yeah, it was just how she said it. She goes, I grab Azurix's balls, and I'm just like,
And she twists.
And here we go.
sorry.
It is. I have lost all control.
See, now she gets it. She didn't realize what she said.
I knew what I said, and I meant it on purpose. Did you put them back in your bag? Because they sure as heck won't fit in mine.
Okay,
Are the
I'm good.
balls back
All right,
in
We
your
that's
can
it.
go forward.
Dishonor on your
Dishonor on your whole
Dishonor
family.
on you. Dishonor
I
on
will
your
put my
cow.
balls back in my sack. Oh, I'm good. I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm gonna slowly drag myself out back to the front door.
Oh my god, I'm afraid to see what this is, Wabbit.
Norgie says, off the
Smiley,
rails
can't be
tonight.
good.
Oh my god, I feel so good.
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard that.
Oh, slow
Don't.
down.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Okay.
MB said it was important for me to be here tonight. I think he's regretting his decision.
No,
now.
no, I expected some of this. Some of this I did not even fucking think we were going to get close to. All right. So everybody's starting to leave. Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I will go over and pick up my little Faye and throw her on my shoulder.
Whee!
As you walk out the door, Cookie recognizes a face that he saw again for now the third time today. Tilts his head to the right, looks at Cookie and nods, and then walks away.
Continues walking back to the tavern.
Back to the tower.
Tavern.
Tavern. Okay. So you guys are making your way back to the tavern. You pull up to the front of the tavern, and there you are.
Okay, this may go very poorly here because I have disadvantage. Fuck! That sucked even without disadvantage.
Yeah, that went well.
Alright. So.
Cookie just kind of stumbles. Poor Ruckus.
So, well, the context there is Ruckus had the intent of just kind of, as everyone walked through the door, just kind of letting everyone step past him and sneak off to the side as they walked through. So knowing that context, you can play that out accordingly, sir. With a natural 1.
What do you do? Trip over me?
No. So as you're walking into the door. You all are going through. Ruckus is the last one through. He kind of trips and falls into the door frame. Okay. What do you do now, Ruckus?
I stand up and pretend like nothing happened.
Okay.
I giggle and clap my hands.
And if they're not questioning it, I'm just walking over to the table and sitting down.
And there we go.
Nope, that doesn't work.
No, I think it's /W.
It says it's supposed to, but it doesn't.
I
don't know why.
Whisper Ruckus.
That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Let me do it this way.
I just send it in gilded. Nope, I see that.
I know. Yep. It shows that's the format it's supposed to be, but it never seems to work.
Is it not /W? I don't know.
Oh,
That's
shit,
odd.
I put it backwards. Oh, that did work.
So what is it? Because I didn't.
It's
use
/W.
the whole-
It's slash then W, not W then slash. We both
Oh.
put it in backwards.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys are sitting at the table, and then all of a sudden Jonas walks in and pulls up a chair and sits down at the table. And he looks at Ruckus and he goes, "Since we can't get your attention to get you alone slyly without being obvious, we'd like a word." And he gets up, puts the chair back at the table behind him, and walks out.
I'll look across the table at Faye. Like, well, guess I'm going somewhere unsupervised. Turn my back. I'm out the door.
Let's meet
I
on the
just
other
roll
side
my
of the.
eyes.
We're gonna meet over here, Cookie. away from prying eyes. As Ruckus walks around the front of the wagon, Alondra is leaned up against the edge of the fence here. She looks at him and she says, "Did you get my letter from Tobin?
I got your letter.
There any questions?"
Everything's crystal clear.
She goes, "Take this," and she holds out her hand and she hands you a stone. It's about the size of, think like a dog tag, like a rounded dog tag. Does that make sense? So it's about the dimensions of a dog tag, but it's a rock or a stone, and on the stone are like runes, things that are like foreign to you, but carved into it. So it's like rough hewn, but smooth in those spots where those carvings are at. Hey, put the table back.
As I take the stone, run it over my fingers.
It'll look something like that when I'm done.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so you have the stone. You don't say anything else?
I'll ask her what it's for.
She says, "This is called a sending stone. When you hold it and you speak into it, the message that you speak into it will only go to the stone that it is paired with. I have that stone. And I, when I have something to send to you, will do the same."
Kind of look at the stone and of admiration. Look up and say, "Are better than our past communications."
Our past communications you dictated. This one I dictated. One of us is better at this than the other. That's not my fault. She looks at you, she smiles, and she walks away.
Knowing her nature and knowing that there's still someone around hearing something, I'll just kind of say to the open air, said, "Are meant to lead, are meant to lead themselves. Know who's who amongst us."
All you hear is little snickering, and then you hear, "Thanks, mister!"
No acknowledgement. Just turns back around and walks inside.
Okay. No one has any questions for the orc?
I had got a question. I'm not sure how I took his answer, so no, I'm good.
Breaking the silence, Ruckus will ask the rest of the group if Tina has come by for dinner orders yet.
Not yet.
Mm-mm.
She's been a little busy today. Remember, earlier today it was pancakes and coffee. That was the only option.
At this point, Tina makes it to the table. She looks at you guys and she says, "I'll be right there."
Thank you.
Any more conversations amongst the group?
I'll pick up where we had been, say that town was far livelier today even than it has been.
Say that again.
Say that the town is far livelier today even than it has been.
Oh yeah, it's like things are picking up. The Sky Rift tournament's getting close. People are starting to show up, right? Think like Olympics. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, so let's tie it off here. We're gonna eat, right? That's easy.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a nice
We're
clean
gonna go to
spot.
bed.
And then what we will do is depending upon how you guys want to manage this, what I'm thinking is that the way to be able to put this all together is to kind of fast forward to the trip tomorrow. Essentially, the time between now and next session will be 11 o'clock tomorrow a.m. So it's hanging out. Cookie, if you want to spend more time on the map, or if you guys want to spend more time as a group on the map or something like that, we can manipulate that out. But the idea behind it, obviously, here is that, I just want to try to make sure that I'm giving you guys as best as I can the amount of time that you need to be able to do what it is that you need to do going forward. So how do you want to, for lack of a better term, spend the next 24 hours that'll happen outside of the world?
Well, Cookie has
Honestly.
to pick his weapons back up from D.
Yeah. So there are some things that will happen. Does that make sense? But I feel like this is a nice, natural little stopping point for us to get to where we're trying to go, and then to get us started on this journey that's gonna happen going forward.
I mean, I'm okay with fast forwarding up to like a couple hours before we leave or what needs to be done.
Yeah, what time it is, I don't really care much for. What I want to know is there anything that you guys would like to
In the city.
do during that period?
Not that I can think of.
I'm personally good. I think Ruckus, as far as character-wise goes, dinner.
Yeah,
night.
right. Like you'll be
and then-
rested, you'll be balanced, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. And then I think for the night, until he falls asleep, he would look at what he has in his journal already. And then other than that, just in the morning, just pick up the his weapons and he'd be good to go.
Okay. Anything from either of the rest of the group? Wabbit, you got anything that you think that you need to do as Magnus, or are you pretty comfortable with kind of where you're at right now?
Oh, if anybody wants to spend the evening or whatever we're doing and put the decoder pin and get a table and just have everybody study it together. Somebody could make something else out. Would only be the thing I think I would want to do.
I would give you guys the decoder without a problem. But I wouldn't have Ruckus stay up looking at it. He kind of feels that he's determined all he can from it at this point. So it'd be up to Azurix to leave you with the map, or join you with the maps that you had of the notes there.
Yep. And so what I want to do here then is, Cookie, I want you to drive that session because you know what we've talked about. Does that make sense? And so now what I want you to do is I want you to cultivate that just like you would if you were having that group session, and then work on those pieces. Does that make sense? And then we can pull everybody else in a little at a time and do the things that we talked about with regards to our conversation between you and I. Does that work? And this can happen outside of the world, right? This is fast forward time, right? We're going to press the fast forward button. There's some things that are going to happen.
All right, I have a question for the DM.
Sir.
My cleric feature is Wanderer. So basically, I can recall any map or anything by memory once I've seen it.
Yep.
Would you allow me to have that map memorized with my class? But I need to see the map again.
So what I'd like to do is give you the flexibility to do that, but I would like to do it more refined. So segments, not completion. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like,
I just want to know for my character.
Yeah, so if you want to do that, I think it's great. What I don't want to do is I don't want to do this thing where you remember everything about everywhere, about every piece. Have you ever seen the movie the TV show Black Sails?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know how the guy that burns the map can remember most of what it is, but not exactly what it is?
Right.
Something like that. Does that make sense? So you'd be better than most, but maybe not perfect.
Yeah, it would be like, let me see that map again real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got you. That's fine. I just wanted to know for
Yeah, so I'm okay with that.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for me. Shaggy, I appreciate you getting on tonight. I know you got a lot of stuff going on with you. And so I appreciate you taking time out to get on here. I appreciate everything. I thought tonight was great. It was hilarious. We had some funny moments. We had some serious moments. We got some storylines going. I know that things have been very, very slow. But I felt like the story development, the pieces and parts that are happening now are really important because now we can kind of get back into the swing of things again. We've laid a lot of that foundation, and I know it's been a couple of weeks since we fought anything. And I know Cookie's, him and Azurix, right? Ruckus and Azurix are wanting to fight. So, bring your battle axes, people, because it's about to get real fun, real fast. Okay.
Perfect.
Huh?
Perfect.
Yeah. So, okay. That's going to do it for me. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I know that you guys have a ton of places where you can spend your time, so thank you so much for spending your time with me. We're going to get out of here. We are going to host somebody. Wow, Arch is playing video games in the evening. He doesn't have his camera on, though. Does Griffin have his camera on? Yeah, he does. Let's go. I never get to fucking see that guy on camera. Piece of shit. All right, we're going to go see Griffin. He is playing X Defiant. I don't even know what that is. We're going to go see him. As always, I want to thank my co-hosts. I want to thank Mr. Wab, Shaggy, Cookie, and Smog for the fun and hilarity that they bring to this and letting me torment them over and over and over again. That's going to do it for me. So until tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Central, Incursion, I'm going to try to stream that. We'll see how that goes. Until then, you guys be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I'll see you guys then.